Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder, and you tapped into another episode of Cut Different TV. And before I introduce you to our guest on the platform today, there's a red button under the screen that you're watching this on. I think it says subscribe. Go ahead and click that. Join the Cut Different family. Turn on your post notifications and drop comments throughout the video and maybe even share it with your friends. But today we got somebody very special in the building. Connecticut is in the building again.
Yes, sir.
And this artist is special not only because he's an artist, but because he wears the hat of a DJ as well. And he's also putting on for the community by launching his own festival. And he's not even really, I don't know what you're doing this year, but the first time you did it, you didn't even charge artists to come on. You just did it off the love.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him right now. We got D.Mac in the building, man. What's good?
Yes, sir. Yo, Jersey, Cut Different. It's great to be here. It's a blessing. I want to thank y'all for having me be here. You know, I'm from Connecticut. It was a little bit of a drive, but, you know, my boy, shout out Stan the man. He lives out here, so I'm about to link with him after. So I'm good everywhere. It's type shit, you know what I'm saying?
He said he's stamped no matter where he goes, man. Yeah. And shout out CT, man. CT shows so much love, bro. And today, you know, I gotta give you a rundown of what we looking for, D-Mac. We trying to figure out what makes D-Mac cut different. And I think a lot of that plays into the different things that you're doing right now, the different hats that you're wearing. Obviously, you know, your Mizzle Mondays, dropping your tracks on Mondays, dropping your projects, doing what you're doing, putting on for the community. But let's go back to where it all starts, man. Let's talk about middle school. Let's talk about early influences, man.
Okay, so we were talking about this a little bit before, so I got a real good idea how to start it off. So I fell in love with music, like, you know, going to school, growing up, like on the bus, you know, going to school, like you were cool as fuck if you like had the new music. Like if you had new music, being young, you know what I'm saying, at the time, Lil Wayne was the GOAT. Like Lil Wayne was dropping heavy. Carter 3, the Drought series, the Dedication, even No Ceilings, but a little bit farther back is when I'm riding a bus and I want to see new music. So I'm on the blogs, I'm searching. That's really when I fell in love with hip hop. So Wayne is a huge influence to me because at the time he was just rockstar Wayne, like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's where my influence grew, my love for hip hop. When I was younger, tragedy kind of hit me young. My mother, unfortunately, she passed away, which was a big effect on my life, low key. I might have lived like a totally different life, but not to say I'm glad it happened, but I'm very, you know, blessed to be in the situation I am. So I'm not hating on it type shit. Go from there, I found a love for music to keep me going. So I was like very depressed because the whole like situation, I've been through a lot. So like it wasn't just passing away of my mom, but kept me going was music. Like I don't know how, but at the time, right after my mother passed, I started chilling with my cousin heavy. Like that was kind of how I coped. I chilled with my cousin. She was like my sister. And I would go to her. She had a boyfriend at the time. He was like, he was a rapper. And I was like, so like, wait, what? Like, I know you. Like,
So
how are you a rapper?
that-
Like,
yeah.
Because that never clicked for me. You know what I'm saying? It never clicked for me that, oh, rappers just rhyme and like, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
just are regular people.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, whoa, this is cool. I was always like asking him questions like, yo, what if you blow up? Like, what's going to happen? Like, dude, come on. He was like, always like, nah, man. Like, he always played it off. And I never understood that from the beginning. I never understood, like, why you would do something and not, like, 100% do it. So, I mean, that might make me cut different type shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, but damn, he already jumping the gun on what makes him cut different.
Yeah,
He
man.
going all in. He putting it all down. So you have the inspiration, and rest in peace, moms. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And sorry that happened to you.
No, thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
you know, but you were dealing with tragedy. At the same time, you're getting inspired by people close to you.
Yep.
You're seeing hip hop. I don't know at the level of which your cousin's boyfriend was making music, but it sounds like even seeing somebody that was doing what you loved at the time and what you were investing in was a huge inspiration to you.
Yeah, no,
So-
that's when MySpace was popping too, and he was dropping on MySpace.
Oh yeah,
So
just
it
like
was-
Drizzy. That's what Drizzy was doing. Was dropping on
and
MySpace.
Drake really successfully went from MySpace to the world. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So that shout out Drizzy for that. You know,
Yeah.
that was a big inspiration. My cousin's boyfriend did that, right? Wayne is dropping crazy. The Carter 3 drops. Like, I'm on Hot New Hip Hop is just a list at this point. Like, I don't know if anybody who watches the podcast, is tapped into Hot New Hip Hop or used to be type shit. But this is back when you're downloading on LimeWire and shit. I'm not trying to take y'all down memory lane, but that's the vibes of where this all began. So Wayne, a Millie came out, and he, like, I don't know what I wanted to rap. That's the song I first ever tried to rap on. I don't know. I wrote like some stupid shit. Like in the shower, I remember I was trying to rap to it. I might have like put the instrumental on or something on the little Bluetooth I had.
think everyone who has ever picked up a mic has tried to do a freestyle on the Millie beat.
Nah, no, real shit. Yeah, real shit.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
And not even that, too. He says, in the beginning of the song, too, he says, Mac, I'm going in.
Okay.
So as a young kid, I've always been D.Mac. Like,
Yeah.
I've always been D.Mac. I spelt it differently when I was little. Like, when I first started rapping, it was with a K at the end, which I dropped the K at the end. It's D.Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been D.Mac since the beginning. Never changed my name. I never kind of understood. I get it. You want to rebrand yourself sometimes, find a new path, but I stuck with it. I'm sticking with it. I'm dying on it type shit. You know, D.Mac is the wave. I know there's other D.Macs. I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm grinding.
Yeah, but you the D.Mac.
Exactly. Mac Mizzle too, which is another play on
Mac
Wayne.
Mizzle. Yeah, for sure.
For all the Lil Wayne stands, you heard Every Girl on the end of on the end of Every Girl. Mac Main is rapping. He says, "'Cause we are Mac Mizzle, baby."
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I that's why I absorbed the name, I guess, type shit. Because I'm a big Young Money fan. I remember when Young Money came out. That's where the love for hip hop really grew and began. I was fucking with hip hop before that. Like, I fucked with, like, I remember when Eminem came out, like, with the Without Me video was probably one of the first, like, music videos of rap I ever saw.
Oh, wow.
Because he was killing it on MTV. And I remember he had the Batman. I fuck with Batman, like, you know what I'm saying? He was wearing Robin, and Dr. Dre was Batman in the Lambo. And he was like, disgusting. You know what I mean? So,
dude, M is the man, yeah.
so
for
that,
sure.
and I fucked with 50 Cent heavy. Like, I wasn't tapped in when I was young to when the Ja Rule beef happened, but I remember going back and listening to all those records and just being amazed at, like, just the skill of, like, Aftermath at the time. Crazy, especially with the XXL cover, you know what I'm talking about? With, like, Eminem, he's got the sleeve rolled up, and then 50 Cent, and then, like, Dr. Dre in the middle, like, almost like a Death Row type cover. They tried to recreate that, you know what I mean? So I fell in love with hip hop earlier than Wayne, but that's when it really, this is what I want to do type shit, because I was lost. So I needed something to keep me type here in reality, because, like, the darkness, it gets a little fucked up sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. And dude, honestly, like, I don't know if y'all can feel this through the camera, but, like, your passion for this shit, bro, like, is dope, bro. Like, I'm really enjoying talking to you, man. And so it sounds like you saw the light with music. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it was a bright light too.
Yeah.
So then you dropped the tape, bright lights.
Yeah. I dropped. So in high school, I started really rapping. You know, I've rapped with my boy, Play MD. We've been rapping since then. He was when I really started. I met him playing basketball at my boy's house. Like, shout out Adolfo. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but shout out Adolfo. We were playing basketball at his house. We used to go there every day type shit. I would ride his bus. So same bus type mentality of hip hop. Like, we're riding, trying to show people music. We get off, we're playing basketball at my boy Adolfo's house. They were Cuban. We'd stay there. Like, they basically, like shout out them, not gonna lie. I don't ever got to say this to them, but shout out them, because we would go there, like, every day, and they would let us eat. Like, they'd have great food, ribs, like, tons of rice, like, like, it was awesome. You know, it was tough when I was younger. Like, my mom died, so my dad was always working, so that was like a blessing. I don't know if they really put two and two together, if that was just the universe blessing me. Because type shit, you got to be, like, tuned into the universe, because the universe will give you what you want. You just kind of got to know how to move type shit. You know what I mean? So that kind of, I don't know if that was, blessings. We love blessings. So that was Adolfo. I started doing music with him. Then I'm doing music in high school. My boy, they found out I rap. Like the older guys who like I was in middle school, I kind of looked up to was Ty. So he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, bro, I need a verse." Like he just texted me from a random number. It was like crazy at the time because I really looked up to Ty. So he hit me up. I don't know if I ever told him that. I looked up to him crazy because when we first started rapping, like I was like, "Who's out here in Connecticut?" And my boy was like, "These dudes at Trumbull High School, they're rapping." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Checking it out. Bam. Flash forward, I'm rapping. Dedication. I would always try to like be. I was always inspired by Wayne. So the Dedication tapes, Wayne and No Ceilings would murder people's instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So it was finding beats was tough, young. I was on the type beat wave. I was always looking it up. But Bam wanted to kill instrumentals like Wayne. I want to be like Wayne, like, you know what I'm saying? So I called it Bright Lights. I was like, this is gonna be my dedication type shit where I only dropped one Bright Lights, but this was my idea at the time. I'm gonna like do this every so often, and this is gonna be like where I killed today's best instrumentals, you know what I'm saying? And
that's
then,
fire.
And then like maybe a couple throwbacks, you know what I mean? Because that's what Wayne would really do.
Hell yeah.
So that was the first mixtape I ever dropped. T.Y. brought him up specifically because we made a remix to I'm Different. And on I'm Different, it was fire. And I was playing around like I wasn't dropping it. We had it for like a month or two. He leaked it on like YouTube or something, and it went like around the school. Everybody's like, damn, yo, D.Mac and T.Y. are going in.
Dropping the music around the school is always the vibe. Like, because you're cussing and shit. Yeah. So then people are like, oh, they're cussing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're cool. They don't give a fuck. You feel me?
Yeah.
That was the vibe. Yeah.
It was the vibe. No, I love
the remixes and shit.
Nothing like it. Like, nothing ever like it. Like, maybe like in the future, it might be like, I don't know. I never got there yet. But
yeah.
Young, when we were dropping, it was fun. It was fun because it's like you're in a pool of people. Like that's what to the young dudes who want to do music, yo, just do it because you're never gonna be in that pool again, type shit, unless you put yourself in those types of environments where like there's no place like schools where like you're around that many people at that much type shit, and you could connect into these networks. Like it's like a mini little world that you could take over. From there, you could bounce. You know what I'm saying? Now it looks like you got an audience, so people want to buy into it. You know what I mean?
Real shit. If you're in college, if you're in high school.
Take over the school.
Shit, take over the school, take over your conference. You know what I'm saying?
Put it on camera type shit. Be careful because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Document you doing anything, that might get you, fucked up. But at the same time, you want to document what you're doing because today it's all about short form content.
Real shit.
About short form content. You take long form content, you got to cut it up. That's type shit. You cut it up because otherwise, like you're asking people to invest into something that's 2, 3, 4 minutes, and like everything is like this. Like look how fast that Drake and Kendrick beef over in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Real
we
shit.
don't know if it's over in a month. We'll see, but it's gonna be subs and shit. But
yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man.
But yeah.
As of this point, as of this date of recording, we haven't heard anything else.
No, type shit. So when this does drop, there might be some other shit. You never know.
We'll see, man. But shit. Anyways, bro, you're the single man. You've been dropping singles forever.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you ended up dropping singles. 2018, you find yourself opening for Coily Ray before Trippy, before the braces came off. Tell me about that experience and tell me how that opportunity got lined.
So that got lined up. Not gonna lie, I don't think I ever talked about this either. This is cool. I was tapped in with my boy at the time. Got tapped in, and he was talking to this dude out in New York named Chad Law. Chad Law, like I was working in the summer. I was working on music. Like I was saving up bread, and then like I was like, this is around the time I already knew about it, but like. You discover really quickly when you become an artist, it's not like all sunshine and rainbows. Like you want to perform like type shit, it's going to cost you money. Like you might have to, come out of pocket. Like especially in Connecticut, the game is kind of fucked up. It's getting better. It's getting way better. I'm not going to lie. But the game is fucked up type shit where like you got to pay ridiculous things like to get, bare minimum like type. And then you're, as the local artist, you got to bring out the crowd. You got to sell, they're guaranteeing, It's way better now because like the past 2-3 years, there's new heads of the game type shit. You know what I'm saying? So ushering in a new wave. But that's where it all kind of began. Type. I hit up Chad Law, and I tried to get me and my boy rapping. We were like trying to get it on. Like we were trying to start like we called it a tour, but now that I'm older, I realize it wasn't a tour. It was like more like we just did a string of shows in Connecticut and New York. But at the time, I'm like, living it. It's a tour. So I dropped a tape. I was in the mode. It was like a mixtape because I only dropped 2 singles on all streaming platforms. There's an actual whole mixtape where it was like I forgot what I called it. It was like a Venom EP. And it's on SoundCloud. I had like 4 tracks, 2 of them on all streaming platforms. But that was the whole vibe. And then Chad Law got me a show through Scott Morris. I don't know if anybody's ever heard him.
I've heard of Scott Morris.
Yeah,
he's doing shit with like Mia Snow right now, and like, yeah, hell yeah, he does like music reviews on Instagram and shit.
Yes, big glow up. Not gonna lie, because if you follow him, he'll post, yo, I need an artist for blah blah blah, and like tag him or like hit me up, and like at the time, like we're talking 2018. There's not that many people. Like, if you go now, like 200, 300 people are liking it, being like, tag my boy, blah, blah, blah. So he blew up. It wasn't like that. It was like you could really reach out to him and, like, you could really talk to him. It might be hard to get in contact to him. I could talk to him, type shit. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but we did talk on the phone 5 months ago maybe because I was gearing up, trying to do some shit for the fall. Just ended up not working out with my timeline and shit, whatever was going on. But shout out Scott Morris. That's how I got the Coi Leray booking, was through More Bookings. That's what it's called, More Bookings.
Damn. And then what was the experience like at the show?
That was cool. That was like the 3rd one I did with Scott. And Chad got me the first one. Chad got me another show too. But then I really started tapping in with Scott because he had SOBs like once a month on every Sunday. So that's how I did SOBs with Coi Leray. And it was right. She had that song. What was it? Oh.
No Parties?
No, wait. Before that, it was before that. I forget what the name of the song is. She had I forget. Damn, I feel bad. She had the Butterfly though. It was when she had the Butterfly was her promo behind when she was performing. And her Instagram was different. It was like Coi_Leray at the time. So I opened up for her. That was the cool. I didn't know who she was before that, but I'm always trying to tap in. So I listened to her music. And at the time, I had like little pop sockets for the back, the back of the phone. You hold it. I had pop sockets that said D.Mac on it, and I was like, I had the stickers. I was in my promo bag. So when I was learning, I'm like, branding, marketing. I need stickers. I need things to give to people. Like
anchors, yeah.
So I was like, I gave her a sticker, and then I didn't have a brand new pop socket on me. It was like in my bag in the green room or something, or it was in the car. I forget. So I was like, damn, I had one on the back of my phone. I didn't have a screen. I didn't have a case. So like, it was like the back of the phone was glass. So it wasn't the best. Like I could pull it off real easily. So she's like, oh, she saw it and she's like, oh, I want one of those. And I was like, oh, this is my only one right now, but you could have it. And I pulled it off the back of my phone and she gave it to her. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I love this type of shit. And then she like it was kind of cool because at the time she was taking selfies with it and you could see D.Mac. I don't know if she noticed that. Like, I don't know if somebody was like, nah, you can't do, I don't know. Because it ended kind of like in a week or two. Like you could, like she'd be on the story, she'd have it, or she'd post and she'd have it. Like, I don't even know if they're up. I took some screenshots, not gonna lie.
That's an interesting experience, bro.
So that
dope.
was pretty cool. Shout out Scott for that. Scott's still putting on for the culture. Like he made this girl named Stunna Dior. Like she's coming up. I don't know if not saying he made her, but like I know they're working heavy. I seen they even came through Connecticut. They did like some tour stops and she's blowing up type shit. So, and I low key met her. I don't know if she'll ever remember this. I met her like at a random one off in downtown Bridgeport. Just like
on some random
She
shit.
was modeling at the time. She wasn't even rapping. She still called herself the same shit though.
Interesting.
But I've been kind of tapped in for a while. I'm tapped in with Drewski, DJ Drewski. He knows who, I don't know if he knows me by name, but he'll know me when he sees me. He'll be like, yo, because I've done plenty of shit with him. Like Drewski popped out. Scott Moore's got me a booking in Brooklyn. This is one of the first times I ever performed in Brooklyn. Drewski was hosting. And like this group at the time, I don't think they go by this anymore, but they went by 730 Music. They mobbed out crazy. It was a crazy environment. Totally. I was like type out of place, but I was with my people, so it was cool. But everybody, I performed live with autotune for one of the first or second times, because I figured it out how I could plug my computer in, play music through my computer, and send the audio signal out through my recording program with the autotune that I used to record on it. So all I had to do was have it in a key so I could perform live with the tune. And I did that in front of everybody, and they were like, whoa, this is crazy. But the songs were okay. I got better songs now type shit, but everybody was impressed. Like even Drewski was like, yo, what, did you bring an auto-tune mic? And I was like, no, I plugged in like to the house with my, and he was like, whoa, that's cool. So flash forward, 730 was rocking with us, and they were rocking with Drewski and the New Movement heavy. So, and I met a dude named Chicano, shout out Chicano. He rocks with Drewski heavy. That's when they brought us to a strip club in it was in Rosedale called Secrets. And they let me do a song. Like everybody kind of performed. There was a stripper. It was the first time I ever experienced. That was some real rap shit, I felt like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool. And shout out 730, shout out Midnight, shout out everybody, shout out. It was, I'm blessed to experience that. I haven't tapped in with them in a long time, but I'll hit them up. Like I wish my boy, shout out Midnight, it was his birthday recently. I wished him a happy birthday. I see Chicano and Drewski. Whenever Drewski pops out, Chicano's with him. I see him. He remembers me. Like he tapped me in. We did a showcase with Hip Hop Mike was a DJ at the time. I don't think he DJs anymore though. For Hot 97, he was tapped in. That's how I did. I've done a lot of shit. So
that's what's up, bro. And so let's get into like this. Let's get into 203 Fest. Let's talk about that, and then I want to talk about the inspiration behind you wanting to put out a song every Monday.
Yes. So 203 Fest came to me last year. I did the first one. Me and my boy, shout out Sensei B, my guy, my right hand when it came to 203 Fest last year and this year too. We really tapped in, and we were like, I don't know what was the inspiration. It was me, it was him. Like, yo, we want to throw like a Rolling Loud for the underground of Connecticut. So I was tapped in with these dudes. Shout out Lil Poof, 6'8 family out in Brooklyn. I got tapped in through that. I could tell you that maybe another time. But shout out Poof, man. He put me on tours, right? He put me on tours after I did my fake tour. So he put me on real tours. Like we did showcase tours. Like he was so tapped in these states. Like he was tapped in Maine. He was tapped in Mass. He was tapped in Connecticut through us. And he was tapped in New York, Jersey. We got to Maryland. Like, yo, shout out Poof. This is a legend. Young legend. Crazy. I'm getting goosebumps when I talk about my boy. Shout out my boy. No Diddy, though. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just going to let you go, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, yo. I'm just excited. My passion for the music is crazy. And this, so Poof put me on tour. Flash forward, I'm like, yo, I'm inspired by him. He did Poof Fest. I think I did Poof Fest 3 with him. He did countless types of festival type shows. Like, guy's a legend. So I'm inspired. I'm like, I got to do this for Connecticut. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to bring the sauce back home. So that's 100% what I'm all about. Got to bring everything back home, because that's where it's at. 203. So I'm like, bam, we need a Rolling Loud. Sensei, we were chilling at this bar called River Rock, and they had a patio. We were tapped in. They were like, oh, they had bands out there playing. We're like, yo, fuck it. Like, let us throw a rap show out there. We'll bring out a bunch of people. You'll make a ton of money. Like, they're like, bet, let's do it. I said, let's do it Memorial Day weekend. That's Sunday because most people have Monday off on Memorial Day weekend. And it's the beginning of summer in people's minds. You know what I mean? Like the whole vibe shifts after Memorial Day weekend.
Facts.
It's summer. Like, you know, even though kids are still in school, but they're about to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So bam, I'm like, we're going to start the summer. Like, you know what I mean? That was my shit. We're starting the summer. We're throwing 203 Rolling Loud. We're booking the GOATs. Like, I'm like, I don't know how we're doing it because I didn't reach out to some of these people. I talked to a couple of them before. We're booking who I think is the GOATs of where I'm from. So I'm like, bam, I got to hit up. I'm really trying to tap in. I knew him because I was like, I did a couple shows like with Drewski and he was there. Samar Foe, tearing up the city, bro. That I'm Different record, tearing up the city. I seen it. I seen the Samar Full Effect in full, like when he first came out, crazy. So I wanted to tap in with my boy. I was like, but I didn't like shout out him now. We're close. Like, but at the time I didn't know him. So I'm like, I'm reaching out to all these people who I think might know him. Like, yo, I'm trying to like book you, like, cause you're the GOAT. I need this. So I hit up JR. This is lit. I was trying to do it through Mojo. Shout out Mojo and Blackwall Studios. I was trying to, I don't know. I got in touch through Scoops, producer Scoops. The plug and play, that's how I really tapped in when they did a plug and play right before 203 Fest. Tapped in with Samar at the event. Got like a phone call like from him randomly, and he was like, yo, I heard you want to book me for 203 Fest. Like, what's up? Like, and I was like, bet. Like I need you. Like, I'm doing an event free for the culture. Like, I didn't charge anybody to perform like normally. Like, normally you go to New York, you go to all these places, you got to pay a little bit to play. You know what I mean? You got to pay to perform. That really broke my heart when I first found that out. So I really, it's hard for me even to think about doing something like that. So I didn't. I was like, for the love, everybody's free. No tickets. I'm not selling any tickets either. Like, cause I didn't even get to have to pay for the venue. So fuck it. Like, it's not costing me anything. I'm like, throw the festival. He was like, bet. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to like pay you anything because like we're doing it for free. He was like, bet. Nah, I'm for it. I was like, you're a headliner. That was like 2 days before the festival.
Damn.
And then I booked another GOAT with the 203K Dose when I was first like coming up 2018. He was like killing it. He's still killing it, but like he was taking over in a different way, like with the Mood record, with the I had a bitch from every side of town, and he like named every side of town of the city, Bridgeport. And he's like, I got a bitch for Stratford, you know. So he was lit. He still is lit. So I was like, I need him. He's a GOAT. Mm-hmm. Bam, booked K-Dose. I reached out to him through Instagram, I think. Somehow I got his number. Tapped in. He was. I booked him before Samar. Samar was harder to book because he was not in the circles I was in at the time. So shout out my boy. So I booked them. I hit up my boy who's a DJ. Got him Poof to pop out, and I was like, yo, let's get some out-of-staters. Make this like a thing. Like, now this is really different because I booked. So I came up with brackets. I was like, I had 203 Underground brackets. I had an out-of-state bracket. I had like an R&B bracket, and I had the headliners. So I was doing like a Rolling Loud would do in 2 days, but I tried to do it in one. So I started at like 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And we didn't end till like 1 at night.
Damn.
So it was like a showcase vibe, but mad people popped out. For the area too, it was like, because it wasn't the biggest venue too. So we packed out that venue. It was awesome. There was no problems, nothing. You know, the R&B bracket was crazy. Like that was one of the coolest things too to see was when I called it the Trap Soul bracket. Shout out Bryson Tiller. I really fuck with when Bryson Tiller came up. That was a vibe. I was like, this girl came out, I think her name was Alicia. She had a guitar because my boy Sensei booked a lot of people too. So he's tapped in with a crazy amount of artists. So that's why, you know, she came out with a guitar. I think she had a guy playing the piano too, not gonna lie. And they did a song. It was awesome. A couple other R&B singers came out. Shout out KDNS. He killed it. I met him at the Plug and Play. So that's when I really was like tapping in heavy with the local. Because I had always been making music alone at home, in my room, you know, coming out every once in a while. Because I'm more of like an introvert. But Poof made me want to like do some shit for the 203. So I did it. And it was 203 Fest. That low key put me on in the 203. Not going to lie. I got tapped in with like this studio shortly after that called The Hub. Shout out The Hub. I'm there every day now. Like, this is where you got to grind. Like, this is where you got to make what you want happen. Like, so David, like, I know RMF. I'm in RMF. They throw parties. Like, I was heavy in RMF when I was younger. Like, not younger, but like 2018, 2019, 2020 type maybe a little bit. But like, I kind of like, you know, I was dating a girl at the time. It kind of got toxic. It was not to say it was her fault, but like it was,
it's never her fault.
It got a little toxic. So it was kind of, my life wasn't, it was a little chaotic. So I fell out of the mess a little bit. I even fell out of music a little bit. So I re-tapped in ever since. Like Poof, I met Poof, put me on tours, came back to the 203 with the sauce, and I'm like, got to put on for the 203. So I tapped back in with all the people I was tapped back in with, and I met, like, shout out Neek, RMF, Young Neek is on Instagram. Shout out JR, This Is Lit, really tapped me in because they were doing Toon Fest. They did Toon Fest because after I did 203 Fest, I started seeing, there's other little, like, things, like, not little, I don't mean to shit on anybody, but everybody had, not everybody, there's other festivals, like other shit I could tap into. It was awesome. So I was like, there's a Seeing Sound Festival. I don't know if I reached out to them, but I saw their shit. Dope as fuck. Shout out them in New Haven. That's how I got tapped in. JR put me on to the studio they just bought in Bridgeport, and like they needed construction done. And so the way I make money every day is I'm an electrician. So I'm like, they had old lights. Like they wanted new lights. So I was like, he thought I was joking. I was like, I'm an electrician. He's like, no way. And then he was like, I was like, I'll come and I'll do the lights tomorrow. Like, yeah. And he was like, all right, bet. And I don't think he thought I would pull up. I pulled up my tools. I'd spent the next like 2-3 weeks taking down all the old 2x4 lights and putting in like those circle recess lights that you could get on Amazon. You get anywhere, but like that you see now, like in most houses and shit, put them in. And then they were like, since I already knew a bunch of them and I was getting tapped in, we do music. Like I was helping them with their platform called Live from the Hub. And they tapped me in. They gave me a key to the studio. So like, because I didn't ask for anything in return. I was like, I asked for the key, not gonna lie. I asked for the key. I said, I don't want any money for doing the lights. Like I said, just buy the lights, I'll put them in. And he gave me a key. So that's how now I'm lit. Like I'm working on, I've never been tapped into music in this way. It's crazy. Like with producers, like with like engineers who are real, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the most glamorous studio, but we assemble the 203 Avengers there, I'd like to call it. You know what I mean?
I like that. And so that's what allowed you to get into that mode of creating so much music to where you can drop every week.
I've had been here before because I was working for a long time. In 2019, I lost my job. Oh no, I had no job because I would work a seasonal job. And then I would get like a random job for the winter. This winter I didn't get that random job, so I was down bad. The girl I was dating was holding me down like crazy at the time. So I was just down bad, and I was like, I'm gonna just drop a song every Monday. So I dropped a song every Monday for 6 months in 2019.
Damn.
Till like the middle of the summer. They were good songs. Like they weren't all slappers though. They weren't like shit I was proud of. I still got a bunch of them on there. Some of them I've taken down, but I got a bunch on there. They're still on the SoundCloud. You can go back and listen to them. But that's the beginning of Mac Mizzle Mondays because I was like branding. I'm Mac Mizzle Monday. Like Monday is it's a day of the week I could drop music and I could take over because they used to drop records on Tuesdays back when it was CDs. Now they drop records on Fridays with streaming. I felt like it was a waste of time for me to try to drop on a Friday to compete with the amount of people and major, releases going out. So I chose Mondays. And now, that was my thing. Started doing that. I kind of fell out of it. Like I said, my situation got chaotic. And then my mental health kind of came into question. And then I was like, damn, I was down bad. So flash forward, like I'm like, damn, I got to do something. So like I said, I did the Scott Moore's bookings. I'm like, I need to like get out of my shell. Like I paid to play Dave East songs, which I know isn't really going to get you anywhere. But it put me back in the mentality of that I was when I met Coi Leray. I was buying shows. I was buying bookings, selling tickets, trying to. But I was buying shows, and that put me in the mentality of grinding. Like, because I was fresh. I had a fresh through mind state. Me and the girl done. I was dolo. Like, I was down bad. I think I lost my job at the job I had. And this is before I became an electrician too. So I'm like, I got to do something. So I was like, I bought the Dave East thing, and it put me back in that mentality. And ever since then, I've been like, go. This was this was after I lied. This was after I became an electrician because COVID kind of messed up. Is like a gap year. You know what I mean? I forgot about that year.
That shit doesn't even exist.
That was fucking with my mental health too. So I came in, bam. Dave East put me in the mentality of, okay, I'm grinding. So I bought DJ equipment because I was DJing with this guy who, shout out Critical Entertainment, shout out Mike Festa. He put me on to mad shit about DJing. He DJ weddings. So we make him chicken, DJing weddings. Crazy. Shout out him, put me on. I bought equipment from him. He had 2 systems. I bought equipment from him. He hooked me up too. Like he gave me 2 speakers, a sub, 1 wireless mic. I already had another. He gave me a table. He gave me a computer. He gave me mad music. Like he hooked me up. Like I gave him money, but like I feel like it wasn't the amount. You know what I mean? That I got
he
back.
showed love for sure.
So bam, I always had the plan when I was working with him. I was like, why would I pay to perform when I could just book a venue and throw shows, like, and put on for people? So that's where the whole mentality came with that. From there, man, I started meeting people. I met Poof. I came out, do those tours, like I said. So circling back, 203 Fest, wanted to do that, tap me into the culture, the hub, the studio. So now I'm working. I'm really tapped in. I'm really trying to get my bag again like I was in 2019 dropping music. But now it's different because I'm in the culture. Like I'm really trying to make Connecticut like a thing. Like we're like a Passover state. I'm trying to make Connecticut like, I don't know. I'm trying to get us a sound. I don't know what it'll be. Shout out to, there's many sounds in Connecticut. We're gonna figure it out. But Connecticut is gonna be what I'm working on. We're trying to, do our thing. So that's why I did 203 Fest, why I'm doing 203 Fest again this year on September 1st. That you heard it here first on a Cut Different platform. This is the first time. I don't know when the pod is coming out, but
well before September 1st.
Well before, yeah. So you're gonna this might be, I'm saying, the first announcement. So people might not hear about it until this. So 203 Fest, September 1st. I'm doing it. The location is semi locked in. New Haven this year, still the 203. You know what I'm saying? So
pop your shit, plug it,
you know
plug
what I'm
it.
203
Give them a
Fest.
call.
Wait for the propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I do my own propaganda. So I'm excited. I'm just really excited because I'm trying to take it to the next level. I got my boys. I'm tapped in with Samar now because of the hub. Like that's gang, that's Twin. So shout out Twin. He almost popped out, yo. He almost popped out. He was busy though. He's busy. Shout out him. He's definitely going to be a headliner. Last year at 203 Fest, I was trying to put on so heavy for the culture that I didn't even perform. I performed at the end, like people were still there, but people kind of started to fizzle out. But I just did it because, it was my shit. So I had to perform. I had to pop my shit. Samar kept performing songs too. It was real dope at the end. Like I let anybody who wanted to do a song do a song.
All right, yeah, hit us up. We'll come out there. Pop out.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna ask you on the pod too. I'm trying to get Mad Media to pop out. Like there's a couple podcasts in Connecticut I'm trying to get pop out. I want to tap in with all vendors, people I never met before. I heard of you. I'm tapped in the 203. I know. So I'm trying to reach out. Like I said, I'm trying to do it all for the culture right now. The spot that I'm looking to use, probably looking at, there's not going to be ticket sales. So you're going to be coming in for free type shit. I'm not trying to charge people to perform because that's just my mentality. You know what I'm saying? Some people try to talk me out of it. I don't know how I feel about that. So I do it for the love, man. So it's tough. It's tough, man. It's real tough. It's you can see I got a lot of passion for this shit. And I feel for the artists because I'm still an artist, so I'm there, you know what I'm saying? And as I get older, I know, I can't be chasing my own career forever, so I'm trying to lay a foundation, in music so I could do this shit forever type shit. So I'm trying to put on for everybody at the same time.
Beautiful, man.
So 203 Fest, September 1st, New Haven, Connecticut. I'm not going to release the venue just yet because the no paperwork is done, so I'm trying to work it out. Samarfo is the first headliner I booked so far. I'm trying to tap the fuck in, you know what I mean? That's right. So, I know a lot of people, J-Raw rocks. Man, I know a lot of people I'm trying to really reach out to and, Might be in the DM because you don't follow me back, but I'm gonna try. I'm tapped in, so I might get one of your friends to be like, "Yo, D.Mac is trying to book you." You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get DJ Michi. He's a radio DJ legend in the 203 and the 860 for putting on. I'm in talks to get him to pop out. You know what I'm saying? For the artists and to bring more attention. I'm trying to get this year. I want some real DJs because I'm tapped in. I DJ with myself and Poof. He's a real DJ. Not knocking him, but I'm more of like a showcase DJ. I'm not like a cut it up in the club type DJ. But I'm trying to tap in with a couple of DJs I know. I haven't reached out to anybody yet, but I'm trying to tap in, and lock that in. So it's gonna be different this year. I definitely want the R&B bracket. Sensei and I have been plotting. We might have even another festival up our sleeve. But this year, it's September 1st because I'm working on it, and Memorial Day weekend came up, and it was like I wasn't ready. I felt like it was like we were like 7-8 weeks away. I was like, damn. I was starting to make a flyer, and I was like, the venue. I was gonna have to use the same venue, and I didn't want to do the same exact thing. So I was like, damn. So I was like shopping. I tried to find new venues. I finally found one, and hopefully, everything works out. Decided to push it back to the fall because I drop music. Really, since I'm a Scorpio, big Scorpio vibes. Shout out Scoops. He's a Scorpio too. Yo, shout out all my Scorpios out there.
Shout out to all the Scorpio women watching this right now.
Yeah, we
love Scorpio women.
Yeah, we were talking, man. We can talk about that, not gonna lie. Well, that's why I take over the fall. There's a lot of cool things in my life happened in the fall, and tragic things happened in the fall. My mother passed away in the fall. I got my first kiss in the fall. And I might have fucked for the first time in the fall. I think so. Not gonna lie, that was the fall because I was playing football. Yeah,
that's cuffing season. That's prime time cuffing season.
Yeah. So I just was like, my music, when I make it, I feel like it sounds like it's cold a little bit. So I'm like, it's fall.
I feel that.
Time to, especially since I played football. So I'm used to locking in around that time. So I'm gearing up. That's why I'm in the midst. I just started as the recording. It was the first Mac Mizzle Monday, this past Monday. And I'm trying to drop every Monday like it was 2019 until like 203 Fest at least. And I'm trying to drop a project like at least some type of like vibe. I haven't fleshed out all the ideas. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm definitely dropping singles. Shout out Chris Fulcher, the GOAT, put me on crazy with the visuals. Like another thing, Universe will tap you in. You just have to, I was like, I want to drop a video every month at the time. And then I started reaching out to mad videographers, and then I don't know if I followed him and then he reached out to me or vice versa. I think he reached out to me, Chris Fulcher, another Connecticut legend. He works with Chris Webby, Annoyed. He's worked with a lot of the GOATs. International Santos is a DJ. He works. I'm not trying to, but he's out here. So and he lives in Vegas. So I went out there to shoot a V. He tapped in. He comes out here. He's always traveling. So I tapped in with him here. We make videos like he was just here. We made like three videos, maybe 4 almost. Well, 4 technically because we shot 2 in one day. And that's the idea. We get a lot of videos done as much as we can, and he hooks me up so we working. So you just got to build relationships as an artist is a big thing. Building those relationships and being genuine and being yourself and not trying to come at it from if you have the light in you, with the passion, and if it's not coming from a place of darkness, you could really get rewarded. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's how I kind of live my life. And I'm not the most spiritual person, but I could see shit. Being a Scorpio, you know what I mean?
Yeah, with the stinger.
That's where, I'm saying.
So I got one more question for you, D-Mac, and then we gonna get on to the other steps. But what makes you cut different, bro? If you had to sum up everything that you just said, and you said a lot. I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all paying attention to what he's talking about. 203 Fest this fall. Cut different might be in the building.
Let's try to make. We'll talk. We'll
figure it out. Yeah. But so 203 Fest, Mac Mizzle Mondays. You got a lot going on right now. But what makes you cut different, big dog?
What makes me cut different is the fact that I know if I didn't do music, I would probably be, especially with what happened in my life, I would probably be like either on drugs or like might have hurt myself or killed myself. So like that's what makes me Cuff different. Like I am relentless when it comes to I feel like if I don't do music, I'm gonna die. Like I'm really like not gonna lie, I'm scared like to not do music. So like I'm like at this point in my life, I'm like I said this to you earlier, I wake up every day. It's exhausting a little bit, but I love it. Is a sprint. Every day is a sprint. Get up, sprint to work. After the work, sprint to the studio or sprint to school because I'm doing my electrician shit. I'm getting my license because I'm trying to, you gotta make money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just every day's a sprint. I'm like low key killing myself a little bit sprinting like this, but I love it because I feel like it's with a purpose. And at the end of the day, I want to live with no regrets type shit.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Sheesh, man. That's powerful, bro.
Yeah. So that's why I'm cut different. But, we all got it,
Everybody got something that makes them cut different, and that's the beautiful thing about the platform and shit, man. I really appreciate you coming on here and giving them all that. I mean, he's shouting out.
This is the first podcast I've ever been on.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man. Yeah. It's a pleasure.
I'm good. I've actually done a podcast, low-key. I did a podcast live where I was like the host. Shout out What's the Vibe podcast at the Hub. Shout out Mr. Montana. Yo, he's tapped in. He's a legend. I'm trying to get them on the platform, 203 Fest too, so maybe you'll meet him.
Yeah, and I love, man, what I love about you, bro, just talking to you, chopping it up with you for a little bit, man, it's like you show love, bro. Like you don't have, like it doesn't even feel like there's an ego when you walk in. Like it's just, you are putting people on, you're showing love, you're tapping in with the community, and I really appreciate that and respect that in you.
Thank you.
And shit, man, I mean, before we get out of here, maybe let them know, you know what I'm saying, where they can find you. Any big events, anything going on in the meantime aside
right now,
from 203?
Yes, I'm opening up June 9th, hopefully. June 6th, I'm sorry. June 6th for Billy Macchiafava at the Webster in Hartford. Shout out Concert Crave. Shout out Julian. Shout out Stan the Man. Shout out Billy, because I opened up for Billy back in the fall last year, and he hit up Staggy. He hit up Julian. He said, let's run it back. So we running it back in Hartford, June 6th. And not gonna lie, that's going to be, I'll probably pop out to shows like random in the 203. But after that, I'm focused 100% 203 Fest. Like, I'm not trying to like throw any other shit like type. I might, if my boy Sensei, you know what I'm saying, we've been talking about something, so maybe I'll jump in. No, we're definitely, you know what I'm saying, tapped in, but not gonna, I don't want to reveal anything. So
you funny as hell, bro.
So, but D.Mac Mizzle on the Instagram. DMacMizzle.com is where you find all the exclusives at, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Play MD, shout out Lil Poof, shout out Stan the Man. I'm at June 6th, Billy Macchiafava, we run it back. I'm trying to fucking pack it out. It's 860-203-860. There's 2 area codes in Connecticut, so we shake hands. There's sometimes, there's been static in the past, but like I said, I'm trying to unite Connecticut. Mm-hmm. So it's all love. I love Connecticut. So we're working June 6th, Billy Macchiafava. He's on tour with this dude named Chandler. Chandler's got a viral song right now where it's like, don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It was hard. And like people will be like they'll do things like their craft. They'll be like,
it's like a trending like audio.
Yeah. Word. Yeah. So I met him last year before that happened. And like we were in the green room. Like I said, shout out Stanley for really putting me on. Like I said, in Connecticut, there's new heirs to the game. I feel like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's a great thing. Like Connecticut has really got it. Like, especially Hartford has always had the more opportunities with music, but now, because Connecticut is split between 2 sounds. It's got like they do like a Milwaukee sound in Hartford kind of, but in Bridgeport, in area where I'm at, I'm from Trumbull, but I always gravitated towards Bridgeport. My dad was from there. I have family there, so I was always like in the mix. But I'm really tapped in now. So that's got more of a New York kind of sound. Like Samar makes like that like, if you know what I'm saying, we did the Need It record. That's the type. I had him on the auto-tune wave and like a little bit. I was singing on it, so that was different. But that is the type of sound he be on. He's also, not gonna lie, he does any type of sound, but that's the sound he came out with. So Connecticut has always been a mix between two sounds. It's like a New York vibe where whatever New York is at the time kind of mixes over and bleeds over into Connecticut. Like I remember people used to rap like Jadakiss, like Max B, like, you know what I'm saying? Now they try to rap like the drill shit really took over in Connecticut because it's New York. It was crazy. That's starting to become something different. Like you see Cash Cobain, like that sound is really taking over the sexy drill. Shout out Cash. I call Cash. He's the new Drake, I feel like. The way he he put on, he named all those women in that song. They're all real. Now, like, Marnie's famous. She does, like, she pops out at clubs. Like, they pay her to pop out of the clubs because they're trying to get Cash to pop out. But it's cool. I like seeing the growth of music. Music is awesome. So, at the end of the day, I love music, and that's why I'm here.
Beautiful, man. Well, it's been a pleasure having you, bro. I mean, I hope y'all learned something from this interview. I'm learning. I just sat and listened to him talk and listened to his passion.
I'm sorry, I kind of had a little, I did take over a little bit.
Dude, listen, man. I love your passion. I love how much you care about this shit. And anybody watching this interview, your fans, people that are fans of Cut Different, they got to feel that passion too. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming on our platform and shouting everybody out and, getting your words off and saying what you needed to say, man. And I hope that, like, you feel excited leaving here today. And,
I am.
I'm excited for 203 Fest to see what happens with that, bro. And shit, man, thank you for coming on. For real.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Anytime I'll come back. You just let me know.
We'll make it happen, man. And check me out, man. You watched up to this point. Look, subscribe. Drop comments down below your favorite parts of the episode. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot to say, and a lot of it was valuable, and he had some nuggets and some gems in there. So go back, mark them up for other people that check this out. Send our content to some of your friends who might want to join the Cut Different family as well. And without further ado, man, I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder. I'm here with my dog.
D.Mac Mizzle, baby.
And you just watched another episode of Cut Different TV. Stay tuned.
Thank you.